Hello, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, shapes, and sizes. I am Owen Adams, also known as British Gamer, and you are looking at a blank white screen, and now you're looking at my hands, which appear very pink on camera, but aren't normally that colour. Ooh. Anyway, this is a little different for me. I'm not normally used to actually working with a camera, showing you my real old work table. Ooh. But I need to, because I'm going to show you some LEGO Dimensions stuff. And that means showing you physical properties. Because LEGO Dimensions, as I'm sure you're aware, is a Toys to Life game. I thought I'd better put something on the screen there. Now, if you are interested in LEGO Dimensions, you might be aware that it is very expensive. More expensive than a normal game. And that is all down to this fella, who I'm going to introduce you to here. Whoops. Here we go. I'm behind the camera here. Let's see if we can focus in a little bit. There we go. The Toy Pad. This is the LEGO Toy Pad. If you're familiar with Skylanders, Disney Infinity, or to some extent Amiibo, you'll know what this is. Basically, it's an NFC reader. It's a little bit larger than some of the others. Got the LEGO branding there. LEGO. Woo. And yeah, little place in the middle where the toys go. They also can stand on here and here. Has a non-removable USB cable, and to the best of my knowledge, I haven't had a chance to test this. I have the PS4 version. To the best of my knowledge, it doesn't say anything on here about version exclusivity. So this might actually work with any console, but don't take my word on that. I haven't had a chance to test it. But it doesn't say, you know, PS4 hardware or licensed hardware or anything, so possibly. So that is your Toy Pad. And what you do is, as I'm sure you're aware if you're considering the game, you are provided with LEGO toys, models, figures, things like that. What's that showing up on the camera? And you place them on the Toy Pad, and these go on to interact in the game. As with Skylanders and Amiibo and all that. So let's start to have a look at a little bit of the toys. The first one, probably the most significant, is the big LEGO model that comes and fits to the Toy Pad itself, which is the portal. This plays a role in the story of the game. I'll try and show you that. If I move that... Let me see if I can just adjust the camera a little bit. Woo! Taking up the tripod. This is the portal. I should have shown the building process really, but I wasn't 100% sure I was going to actually do physical camera work. This little guy here, this is Expo, who is a character in the game. Doesn't actually start off the model like that. You actually have to rebuild him later on. But basically, this is it. This is the scope of the model, if you're interested. I'm trying to get it back on, looking at the camera, not looking at the actual model. Oh, forget it. He's not reattaching right now. But basically, yeah, here we go. So, how to talk about this as a model. It's basically, it looks a lot like a Stargate. These things here, the keystones, these also aren't on the model at the beginning of the game. You attach them as you play. They come included, and that's a story thing as well. Now, I'm just going to pop that back down there. And this fits to the Toy Pad like this. You actually build this in-game as a story moment. And that becomes the portal. There we go. And that's basically with you through the whole game. You access all levels through this door to another dimension. It's a lot like a Stargate. And it also, it has gameplay mechanics as well, unlike other kind of Toys to Life games. For example, each of these pads is capable of lighting up a different color for a different function, and there'll be moments where you are tasked with placing characters on the pad of the right color. For example, there's an in-game item that opens up 3 portals, a yellow, a pink, and a blue, and basically each pad will go a different color. Placing a character on a different place of the pad will make them come out of a different portal. It's quite clever, but you're not here to see this. Oh well, I suppose I should say what I think of the model itself. It's a teeny bit flimsy, and it's not the most elaborate. If this was a LEGO model on its own, it would not be interesting. It's its place in the game that makes it work, and for that purpose, it kind of works as an add-on to the gamepad. And then, with it, you will also get 3 minifigures. Now, This is the first. Anybody who saw the Lego movie might recognize this lady here. This is Wyldstyle. Very popular character from the Lego movie. Seeing if we can kind of zoom in enough to pick out the detail on that that she's holding there. The relic detector. This is as she appears in the film. She's got these graffitied clothes and hands always twisted the way I don't like them. There we go. Double-sided head, so you can have her looking angry or happy. This is an official solid Lego minifigure. It's compatible. You can take it off and put it in through your normal Lego. If you can hear a beeping there, that's my bread machine finishing. I do apologize. And then this is where the magic happens. Bread machine's still beeping. Oh, I hope that's not picking up on the mic. This is where the magic happens. This is the NFC chip. Every Amiibo or Skylanders or whatever, anything you get like that has one of these chips in. It's the same type of chip you get in a contactless credit card. Each character fits onto one of these. You can basically play the game just with these chips. You don't actually... The Lego is just a piece of Lego that stands on here. That's where the magic happens. But it's a lot less fun on the imagination without it. So that's Wyldstyle. Nice figure. Got the hood and everything. These come disassembled. You make them as you play. Pop her on there for now. And then another fan favorite, Gandalf the Grey, off of Lord of the Rings. Same deal. Comes with his own little chip there that I'm trying to disassemble again without looking at it. Another nice figure. Comes with a cape. These fabric capes that I'm terrible at putting on. This one doesn't have a double-sided face, but that's because his head is exposed at the back, so you'd be able to see it. He has a beard there. If you've ever put together a Lego minifigure, you're going to get the gist. Yeah, nice figure, well made. Not my first Gandalf. I own a couple more, but same deal. Quite like it. I think it's exactly the same as in the previous sets. I think that is just a standard Gandalf figure. Wyldstyle too, probably. I'm sure they already had these in stock, so you're really paying for the manufacture of these. We'll get onto pricing towards the end of the video, I suppose. And the one you're all waiting for, certainly the one I'm enjoying, Batman. Same thing with the other Batman figures. You get a face when you take it off, and he's wearing like a bandana, double-sided face, and that gives you the eyes. They match up with the bandana, not with the normal eyes. That gives you the kind of white-eyed effect. Holding a batarang, another cape, but this is a Batman scalloped cape. So you can do gliding effects like that. Isn't that cool? There we go. Get back down there. Focus in the camera so you can get a look at these details. I'm using my iPhone to film this on my newly obtained iPhone tripod, so excuse me if I periodically having... It doesn't have an auto zoom as far as I know, not once you start recording. But there you go, that's some details there. The NFC chip. And there, that's the three characters, and the other little model you get included. So we're all fuzzy. The other model that comes with it is the Batmobile. Now, this is quite interesting because this is not a pre-existing model. This stands on a little stand, NFC chip there. These are... The vehicles actually come with blank tags, these toy tags. And you will build the vehicles in-game through instructions, and then you tag on the tag what you've just built. Which is why all the vehicles come with characters. So for example, Homer Simpson's car, they know it's the car because you actually have to use Homer Simpson to build the car. You have to, they have to know that you've bought that figure before they'll let you build that car. But what it does is that accommodates the alternate builds, because each vehicle has 3 alternate builds. I'm not going to be showing the Batmobile ones today, but I might show some other ones. As you can see, this is all full-on, proper Lego. It all detaches a little bit. It's all black Lego, so it's a little bit fiddly to see, but it's all removable, as you would expect. Ooh, close-up Lego. And yeah, the alternate builds aren't as interesting because they have to use exactly the same combination of parts. And the scale is small. I mean, this is a this would appear as a component in one of the cheapest sets. Absolutely, it's a very small Batmobile. Obviously, because I guess they need to be valued at the same price as the minifigures. And also, a little bit of a shame, the characters do actually drive around in this in-game, but there's no... I guess they didn't think this was necessary because of the NFC chips. There's no real way to put... You could stand him there, I guess. You know, that's really the only way... Oh, hang on, here. Maybe. Yeah, you can kind of sit them on like that, so that they don't really combine it. The model is kind of just for show as a physical model. But you drive it around in there and you rebuild it and get that back together there. Whoop. Now, I am only in possession of the starter kit at this stage, so I'll be covering the game and I'll be streaming it, probably. I'll be adding it to my cycle of games. You will be able to see me play the game as is included in the starter kit. I'm not going to talk about the game too much in this video, but I would like to basically tell you what the starter kit is for, and as much as it relates to it. Obviously, you have the pad that lets you get into the game, and these characters. And the game, I was a little concerned before it came out that it would be very small without buying a lot of the extra stuff. And it's fair to say they have really, they didn't let me down in that area. They did really well. The game that you get with the starter kit is a full Lego story mode game, and it's a very long one. It's a very substantial game, worth as much as any other. Whatever you'd normally pay for a Lego game, it's worth at least that much. I'm not going to say how much that is because people like them different amount, but if you bought, I don't know, Lego Batman or Lego Pirates, whatever and you were happy with what you paid for it, you'd be happy to pay that much for the Lego Dimensions game. Bit of a confusing way to phrase it. The question is, would you be happy to pay whatever is on top of that? Because, I mean, this cost me around £100. I got it from the Lego store, and I had some things with on my loyalty card and things like that, so I didn't pay that much cash, but that's the retail price for this, basically. Depending on what platform you get, it fluctuates a little bit. It's a bit cheaper on older consoles. So, for the price on top of a normal game, what you're basically getting is 3 minifigures with the NFC chips, the toy reader, the Batmobile, and the portal model that goes with it. They're all decent models, decent high quality models. If you're into Lego, you probably already have at least a Batman or something like that, so you can't just get the chips or the game separately. You need them to play the game. In terms of price, I think it's fair to say this is expensive. It's how and what you get out of it is going to depend on how much you enjoy Lego, how much you enjoy the Lego games they've already made, and how much this particular game and set appeals to you. So, be cautious. What I will say, without getting too much into the game, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm really enjoying it, but I will concede it is going to be a very expensive hobby. So, yeah, that's it for now. These are the sets. If you'd like to know anything specific, I might make another video showing the other Batmobile builds, just to show you what that's like. But for now, that's it. You might be viewing this either on my YouTube channel or on my Lego blog, however you got here. If you like and subscribe and check it out, there'll be more Lego videos. I'm going to be covering each thing individually, and I'm going to go through all the content in the starter pack. There will be some more Lego Dimensions stuff coming. I will be reviewing the models later, but for now I'm just covering that starter pack content. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been informative for you if you're trying to figure out, you know, whether you can afford it or if you just want to know a little bit more about it, if you want to know how much these actually interact with the game. Basically, it's the same as any other Toy to Life game. If you want to know, I know before release I was quite concerned about whether or not the game was substantial. It is. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Please check in for my other videos. I'm gonna try and cover everything Lego Dimensions I can, but gradually, because like I say, it's expensive. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am Owen Adams, also known as British Gamer. You might be watching this on my blog, which is bricksfix.blogspot.com, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.